Hey friends, Alex Fisher here. So, if you ever wondered if you're actually holding the golf club the correct way, if you stick around, I'm going to show you how you can check to make sure your grip is correct so that you're maximizing your performance when it comes to your golf swing. Stick around. Alright friends, so let's get to it. So how do you know if you are holding the golf club correctly? Lots of different opinions out there on what you're supposed to be able to see as you're looking down in your hands. Are you able to see 2 to 3 knuckles? Is a crease pointing towards your chin or a certain shoulder? That may not be the case for you. And what I mean by that is we have to identify first off, how does your hand hang naturally from your forearm? If you look at some of the best players in the world, let's use Dustin Johnson as an example for a second. His grip is really strong where his hand's way on top like so, but you may not realize that as he's walking down the fairway, his hands are turned in more like this. If we go back a couple of decades and we look at like Fred Couples, he always gripped the golf club with his hand way underneath like so. And that was because his hands hang more like this, completely opposite to what Dustin Johnson does. So what I want you to do is, with your trailing hand, go ahead and set the golf club out in front of you so those grooves are pointing straight between your feet there. And then with your lead hand, if you're a lefty, then it'll be with your right hand. For his right-handed golfers, it's going to be a left hand. Go ahead and go jazz fingers here with your lead hand. And just get that hand to hang in a neutral position like so. From there, if you can go ahead and place it on without rotating it clockwise or counterclockwise, just basically how it hangs naturally, bring it to the handle, then we know that we have our hand in a neutral position. And the goal is to make sure that this hand is correct so we have full control over what the club face is doing. So what about our trailing hand? So this lifeline, this crease that you have in the palm of your trailing hand is going to go on top of your thumb, and then go ahead and close the fingers down. It's important that we close the fingers after placing and not doing the opposite where we close the fingers first, just so we can get that trailing hand into a neutral position as well. And then lastly, we always get asked, should I have an overlapping grip where my pinky is riding on top, or should I go more like the Jack Nicklaus grip where my fingers are interlocking? To be honest, neither one is going to be more of an advantage over the other. So whatever feels comfortable, whether that pinky rides on top or crisscross the fingers, completely down to you. But making sure that that glove hand, your top hand, is in a neutral position will give you full control over the club face, and I guarantee if you kind of pay attention to that basic fundamental, you'll hit some straighter shots. Thanks for checking out this video.